Hey. New Year's Eve, y'all. New Year's Eve. Praises to God. God be the glory. The ending of another year. And I want to ask you guys something. Man, God bless you first of all, man, in preparation for the new year. Listen, I want to ask you guys just give me just 5 minutes of your time. Just hear me out. I'm beckoning to you, please. Just hear me out. I'm just like you, in layman terms, just a simple, down to earth, guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just want a little bit of your time in reference to this COVID-19 so we all have an understanding about what's going on. This thing has become serious. We'll talk about numbers and the science of it later, but let's just be real simplistic right now, okay? In the beginning, 2 years ago, man, when everybody was running with their water and toilet paper and everything, I'm saying, man, these people been going crazy, man. And for 3 or 4 months, man, I wouldn't go get no vaccination. Just like you. I'm saying, man. But see, the thing you got to understand, when I was thinking like that, it's because I was listening to other people and I wasn't paying attention to the science. I wasn't paying attention to the professionals. I wasn't paying attention to the media, the percentages, etc. Okay, so that's what my position is. So I understand you wholeheartedly. That's why I say, man, please just give me your undivided attention, just for a minute, just for a few. See, as an adult, man, you got to understand something. You have dominion over your life, and your family, your kids, your nieces, your nephews, etc. Right? And whatever decision that you make, whether it's good or bad, it affects them. I don't care what they say in the world. I don't care what the teachers tell them at school. I don't care where they go. They're not going to listen to anyone but you, regardless of what you say. You understand? And you making decisions according to what you believe and what you think. And ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of y'all saying, man, God gonna protect me. I ain't got a so-and-so, man. I got God. I got Jesus. Exactly, man. Just like the man who was in the boat. And when the helicopter passed by and the ship passed, and when he drowned, that's the first thing he asked God. I thought you was going to always be there for me, that you was never going to forsake me. And God told him, who you think sent that airplane? Who you think sent that helicopter? Who you think sent the boat? Exactly. So what I'm saying to you, and I'm not trying to use that as a metaphor, I'm just trying to say, listen, man, we don't have to go back and forth with each other, to try to, justify whatever our beliefs are. A lot of us are saying, man, if it's vaccine, if it works, then how is the people still dying who got the vaccine? We're making any kind of excuse not to get a vaccination, and that has no logistics at all, man. Let's understand that. Like I said, we get to the numbers in a minute, but let's just do simple stuff first, right? You got to understand something, man, that because of the decision you make, if you make a wrong call, it can affect your whole household. Some people can recover from it, and some people can succumb to it. But you got to understand, man, through that process of death, you're going to see a whole lot of suffering, man. Whole lot of gasping for air and everything. And the reason why a lot of you not understanding, because you're not looking into it. You just holding your position, man. Like, so-and-so this, so-and-so. You're making excuses not to go. Let me just tell you, too, also about me. I got both vaccinations now and the booster. I didn't have any side effects, like with the head. I had a little pain in my shoulder, right? I understood what the odds was, just like you. Something can go wrong. But because of the odds, man, I was willing to take that chance. A lot of y'all saying that it ain't FDA approved. Let me tell you something in reference to that. Because of how rapid the COVID was moving, the government had to make a decision about something. If they wouldn't have got those vaccinations, man, the death toll would be higher than what it is now. See, when they did it, they knew that out of 10,000 people, maybe 100 people will have serious side effects. They saying, well, we take this chance. 10,000, 100. And the side effects was not like detrimental. It's not death. It's not fatal. It's like, you might have a swollen eyeball or something, whatever. But it wasn't to that point. So it was worth the risk. Anything I say, you check into yourself, man, too, by the way. That's why I say 5 minutes of your time. Anything that I say, check into it. Don't listen to me. Just check into it, man. So, listen. I tell people about this the other day, about the COVID-19 getting the vaccination. They say, man, people with vaccination, they died. They died too, so-and-so. Exactly. But some of these people have underlying medical conditions, man, that we don't know. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You don't know the history of people who are dying or whatever. It's your job, like I said, man. It's your job as an individual to do the homework, man. Not about what people saying. Do the homework. Here in Illinois now, we have over 30,000 new cases, man, of the COVID-19. 30,000, man. You know how many people that is? 30,000, man. We have over 300 and some thousand people who still has not got the vaccination, okay? Other thing is that yesterday we had 89 deaths from the COVID-19. 5,000 and something people in ICU, intensive care unit, okay? The numbers are still rising rapidly. So let's understand something. The people that are vaccinated, we can still contract that virus, right? But we won't show any symptoms. But what we'll become is like what they call a carrier. And the people who are walking out here unvaccinated, we'll be carrying and giving it to them. The variant that came out, it's like the bag up. It's making this stuff move swift. Okay, so now let's go to the physics and the science of this so you understand a little bit something else. This is what you call a virtual implement of weapons of mass destruction. See, it's a replica. Weapons of mass destruction. Ain't no bombs, ain't no. That's what it is, man. See, listen. This is why I try to tell you, give me 5 minutes of your time so you understand some things. See, look into what's going on now, and then understand the impossible dealing with science. See, some of you guys need to read up on this physics, this scientist, Albert Einstein. You always hear people crack jokes about, man, who you think he is? Albert Einstein, so and so, so and so. He was a special kind of character, man. That's someone who to read and learn about. The relativity that he come up with. You know, mass, the relativity between mass and energy. This is why you got satellites now. You know, also, Albert Einstein, man, he had to leave his own country. He wasn't no American. He was a German, man. He was a Jew, but he was born in Germany. But Albert Einstein, man, he was one of many different physics and scientists, man. See, who was dealing around that time with the issues dealing with the atomic bomb. Weapons of mass destruction. He was more so against it because it was in the rain. So the point I'm trying to say is, man, I can't go into deep things about a lot of things, but if you understand that how they had to determine to take pictures of the sun, they had to wait till the eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know, because the sun was too blinding. Okay? So look, I'm not, like I said, I'm not an educational, I'm not whatever. I'm just telling you I did my research and I don't want to do a whole thing in it. But the point I'm trying to make is that, man, if your satellite go off right now, you're going to come call whatever company, AT&T or whatever, and you don't even understand the energy, the solar system. You don't understand any of that, but you believe in it because you use it and you depend on it. You don't understand if it's shut down. You don't understand that the sun is approximately 92, 93 million miles from Earth. You don't understand that we able to understand the timing of the energy, the relativity for us to generate services such, to regulate services such. We understand it, but we can't understand the COVID-19 that's being able to move rapidly to be able to kill people. You don't understand it, right? And this is what I'm saying. If you are the dominion over your home, in your household, it's your job, man, to learn some of the stuff that I'm saying. To learn, like I said, it's a whole lot more to it, man. It's a whole lot. All you gotta do is read up on it, man. I'm talking about way back, and it's in the history. Why we have the things the way they are now. I'm talking about it's deep, man, and it's real. And the thing is, like, it's a disservice, man, for you to hold your family, your kids back, man, from the vaccination without having the information. See, well, they're out there playing and having fun and playing ball and going to school and doing what they're doing. This your job to focus because you the king and you the queen of your home. So it's your job to know what the information is dealing with anything dealing with the world. Because it protects them. Whatever decision you got, it protects them. Because if it affects them in a negative way, you can't do anything about it at that point. Ain't no use you learning about it now because it's too late. And that's what I'm saying. And the reason I say that, man, because this lady was saying something about her brother, you know, was it TikTok or something? And everybody was, well, not everybody. Some people had my position, but other people was attacking her. If this was this, then why is that? And if this was that, and, you know, just going on and on just to justify it, whatever. And like I say, Do you think these people are lying about the numbers, man? When they saying all these people dying and this and that and other, how can you say you are? What makes you think that you exempt? You know, see, listen, let me say this too. I have both vaccinations and the booster, right? But I still tell myself, I still can die from this virus too. You tell you, yeah, man. See, listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You go play the lottery, right? At the mega. When the pot is $200 and some million, the largest so-and-so, knowing that you might not even win, you know, your odds of winning is 1 out of maybe 300 and some million or 200 billion, whatever billions. But you still play anyway, and you'll play a lot. You'll play a whole lot of your money because you tell yourself the more tickets I get, the stronger possibility I might win something. You tell yourself that, right? But the odds, same thing with these odds, man. See, if you go get the vaccination, right, the odds of you being protected is overwhelming. You understand? See, the odds of you getting, see, for instance, say 100%, right? People that's dying, right? Okay, 97% of those people, 95, 97% of those people are unvaccinated. See, it's a small margin. 3 or 4% maybe that's dying in that number is vaccinated. And those are people probably have underlying illnesses, and it could be something else. It could be people who got vaccinated after they got it or whatever. It could be anything. But what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is your job is look into the science. See, listen, if I'm talking to you and we oppose each other about this procedure, right? We can't get angry. I can't get angry at you for your position, and you can't get angry with me for my position, because it doesn't matter. Whatever I do or whatever I think, it's going to protect me and mine. You understand what I'm saying? And whatever you do or whatever you're negligent in, it's going to affect you and yours. See? So, but it's still my job to tell the ones that's not listening. People are adamant, man, about different things. They have excuses and reasons why they think the way they think. And there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing is, one thing is this. What I'm saying to you is this. Look into the science, man. The law of physics. See, study that. Forget everything what everybody else in the world saying. Just study the numbers, man. From since the time to now. The success rate, how many people didn't had the vaccination? I mean, because it's your due diligence, man. Because like I say, if you are the adult and you the head of your household and you the one doing all this talking and everybody just following suit to you, you the one. Because it's going to crush you. If anybody falls short or anybody succumbs to this illness, it's going to crush you. Because like I told you, at that time, you're not going to be able to do anything about it, man. Listen, man, I hope y'all, man, took the time, listen to me, man. I don't want to act like I said, I can go even deeper than that, man. I'm telling you, man, I can go even deeper than that, man. I'm talking about real deep. But, I'm trying to keep it simple, man. And I'm trying to reach you guys, man, because I pay attention every day, been paying attention. Like I told you, I'm ready to die, if something happens. Because I did my part. I did my part, got my vaccinations, I did my part, man. That's all I can do, man, and pray after that, right? But when I'm talking to some people, man, I'm talking to some of y'all, man, that's related, is smart. I'm talking about, I got some family members, nieces and everything, man, I ain't even know. I just assumed that they, whatever. No, I ain't got, no, I'm good. You good? How you good? You're as smart as you are. Man. And I'm not judging you. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to hear that you didn't contracted the virus and then you got to go through that change and you don't make it back. Some people go, they don't make it back, man. It's a lot of people, they, didn't caught the virus and then they quarantine themselves and do what they're supposed to do and then they clear out. It's some people who I was telling, man, you better get this on. They argue me down. And now, when they caught the virus and then they recover, I bet you they can tell me more about the COVID-19 and the corona than I know. You know what I'm saying? Because now they study it. But they'll think to themselves now, like, damn, man, he was telling this a long time ago. Exactly. See, exactly, man. It make you wonder about some of the other stuff I be telling you now because you don't listen. You think you know everything. You think you know it all. Man, listen, science knows everything. Case studies know everything. See, things are unpredictable, man. You can't predict everything, but you got to go by the case studies, man. You got to go by the numbers, the science, man. And those are not precise, but it'll give you something to tell you how you should measure, the method you should use, like a benchmark. It's measuring the performance of something, man. You know, according to what has already happened and what is happening. The structure, the behavior, and the performance. How can you, what's wrong? Man, listen. I'm going to tell you this final note. I love you guys first, right? But I'm going to tell you something else. Now, this part is deep, and I'm going to shut it down. When this virus was created, they knew some of y'all was going to be doing just like what you're doing. When they get up and say what they say, they know you ain't going to listen. Say what you saying. They know. The ones that's listening, we telling you anyway, but we know a lot of y'all not going to listen. Right? Because it's part of the plan, man. It's inhumane for us not to tell you. That's how they look at it. It's inhumane. We got to tell you. But what we going to do? The country is overpopulated. We are global overpopulated. We are internationally overpopulated. We are regionally overpopulated. There's too many people, man, in the world. It's too many. See? Once again, this virus was created as a weapon of mass destruction, man. You can't see it. It sounds harsh, man, and heinous and whatever, but that's what it is, man. And for a lot of y'all who don't know, you fall in, you in a category. See? Because it's not like you didn't know. You getting all the information, everybody telling you this and that and other. And then, like I told you a minute ago, this thing is so fierce and dangerous that once you get vaccinated, you know, you don't have the symptoms, but you had the COVID and don't even know it. And you're passing it and giving it to everybody else. That's the way it was designed. Get the ones who don't have it. At some point, you know, that this thing is going to be resolved and rectified. You know, once they get to the point wherever they trying to get or whatever, it's going to be over with. But a lot of y'all going to be gone. A lot of us going to be gone. So let's be clear about this, man. We done lost over 200 and some thousand people over in the war since in the last 20 years fighting. You don't even know about them. Over 250,000 people, man. You don't care, you don't know. It's fighting for your country, for your oil, for your fuel, for your gas, for things for you to live right. You don't even know. Some of them come back and lost arms, legs, eyeballs, and everything else. You don't even know. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. A lot of you, you know, when you become a patriot of your country, you got to understand, man. If you go into war, you are fighting for America, man. And a lot of y'all don't understand how deep you take things for granted, man, and don't understand how serious this thing that's going on, man. You virtually become a martyr, man, for your country, for what your beliefs are, for the system, for the Constitution, man, whether you want to be or not. You know, you didn't sign up for, you signed up when you was born in America, man. So you got to understand, man, when you was born, you had 2 dates. On your birth certificate, you had your date on there. And you had another date. You just don't know when it is. That's your death date. That's going to be on your death certificate. And when you live, man, to whatever's in the middle, man. You know, whatever in the middle determines who you are and what role you're going to play as you live. And you got to understand that, man. Ain't no tears about being afraid to jump off in fire and afraid to die and all that. You can't live with that kind of fear, man. But you got to use common sense, man. You know? And like I say, I'm not judging. The only thing I'm saying is the final thing, man, is this. Do your research, man. Do your science, man. Look at what these people are saying. On that note, man, Happy New Year's, man. I love you guys. I love all you. I trust and hope that this message touched home and hit some of y'all in a special way. God bless you.